Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the third time I get to talk about everyone's favorite undersea sponge, SpongeBob. I guess SpongeBob has become the new Garfield here on this channel, huh? Anyways, for a show that's been going on for more than 2 decades now, with 13 Sponge-tacular seasons and 3 undersea movies, I feel like people are finally getting tired of what they have to offer alongside Family Guy and The Simpsons. According to its fans, it's one of those shows that has overstayed its welcome, and it might be time for it to end, especially after its creator Steven Hillenburg passed away, and a pathetic cash grab tribute back in the 53rd Super Bowl happened in order to transition us into sicko mode. F you! But we can still look back fondly at all the good episodes of SpongeBob and how they brought joy to plenty of fans of all ages. Now for this video, I will talk about an interesting episode that is anything but normal. It's called Not Normal. I'm just hoping that life will eventually return to normal real soon after everything we've been through, shall we? In this episode, it starts off like another annoy Squidward episode until he advises SpongeBob to start acting normal. After watching a learning video cassette on how to be normal, he eventually becomes a normal version of himself and his life and starts making Krabby Patties more professionally, or about as professional as you could get in the SpongeBob world. That is until he starts making Krabby Patties out of paper for some reason. This gets SpongeBob fired from his job until the next episode. After Patrick leaves him for his normality, SpongeBob visits Squidward, and after getting a face makeover, the latter kicks the former out of his house. Patrick then helps him revert back to his abnormal self by doing not normal things until SpongeBob becomes permanently normal. That is until Squidward becomes normal SpongeBob. Then that snaps him out of his normal state, and everything's back to abnormal. Now, how did Squidward get himself out of his normal state by the next episode? Good! In regards to what I like about this episode, well, I like how this is a satire and commentary on how society tries to normalize us and make us follow the flow of life. It teaches kids to be true to themselves and that there is more to life than being in their own cycle of life all the time. It's a message that is even more relevant today than it was when this episode first came out back in 2008. The humor is pretty decent actually. I also like the weird therapy montage in the climax involving Patrick helping SpongeBob turn back to his true self. I thought that was fun. I even like the educational tape that stars a normal fish called Mr. Normal that teaches SpongeBob what it's like to have a boring life, furthering the episode's themes. I also find it funny that the normal way of making Krabby Patties in this universe is printing them from a computer. I likey. Bad. Now I agree with the mysterious Mr. Enter here when I say that the normal SpongeBob making Krabby Patties out of paper doesn't make much sense. Okay, yes, the average office workers are known for handling paper during their work hours, but for being a completely boring person, you could have had him serve these burgers without any of the magic he once brought to the table, whatever that may be. Also, there are animation errors that can be distracting, like SpongeBob's missing left arm and when he's holding a video cassette tape in his right. And also, Squidward somehow wonders why SpongeBob is acting differently when the latter literally states earlier that he took the former's advice in being normal. Like, how does he not realize that? Also, like I mentioned before, how did Squidward turn back to his squid self by the next episode? And how come SpongeBob, after doing abnormal things, turns permanently back into his normal self for a bit, and it was Squidward's normal self that did the trick? I think the message would have worked more if Patrick's therapy worked. Just saying. So after all that's said and done, Not Normal is an okay episode of SpongeBob that teaches kids to not strip yourself of your identity to meet other people's standards. But it's far from perfect, and I would only recommend it for the funny way it gets its message across. So with that finally taken care of, I'm going to give this episode 3 fingers out of 5. Alrighty folks, that's it for this episode of The Mascot Wizard. If you liked it, please consider liking, commenting, subscribing, etc. I'm the Purple Mario, and I hope saving Bikini Bottom doesn't go woke with Sandy becoming a Mary Sue Squirrel character. Fingers crossed!